Welcome to B2B Marketing and More with your host, Pam Didner. As a leading marketing and sales enablement strategist, keynote speaker, and author, Pam created this podcast to share her professional experience and insights and to help you be a better B2B marketer. Never miss an episode by subscribing on Apple Podcasts. Now let's get started.
Hey, a big hello from Portland, Oregon. If you are a long-time listener, you know that my episodes tend to focus on marketing and business, not so much about me, all right? I am going to be up close and personal today as I record the last episode of 2019. I decided to do a little self-reflection, a look back to my 2019. You know what? This year didn't start very well business-wise. I didn't tell many people, but my pipeline was bone dry the first 5 months. I had speaking engagements here and there and small projects, but nothing steady or substantial. I was so scared that I started considering going back to be a full-time corporate citizen. Really. You know how you are hitting a wall and can't break through? And you don't know what the next steps are? That's how I felt earlier this year for several months. The key was that I had a good run and great run for the first 4 years. And I didn't do a very good job to continuously developing my sales pipeline. I got very cocky. I did. And thought the business would just come. Well, it didn't come at all the first half of the year. So I started investing in business development and reevaluating my business model. I started prospecting, and I talk about how I started that in my blog post. Lessons learned from doing virtual cold calls via LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I also evaluated my business model. Most of my projects are 2 to 10 month long engagements. The purchase cycle to get a project like that is long. Because I'm in B2B, my purchase cycle for new clients can range from 3 to 18 months. Yes, I'm not kidding. So that's not a quick turnaround to increase revenue and billings, isn't it? Projects like that are still the bulk of my revenue. Now I offer 10-hour and 15-hour consultation and mentor packages. The cost for these packages is smaller, and many B2B marketers can pretty much pay using corporate credit cards. It doesn't involve a PO or the challenge of being an approved vendor. I've been testing this new model, and so far it has been well received by people who came to my sessions and the workshops. I start getting inquiries from people who listen to my podcast as well. The people who reach out for this kind of help and services are newly promoted VPs of marketing directors, marketers making a career transition from traditional to digital, or young marketers who have the goal of becoming a director or the first-line manager. They want some help to cultivate their strategic thinking, especially in the digital landscape, right? And I've been there and done that. And that's my forte. And I know how to help people build that skill set. And I truly believe strategic thinking can be acquired. And I talked about how to think strategically and how to cultivate that thinking in episode 106 and 107. So check them out. At the same time, with the business model changes, I'm also evaluating the content I offer. I realigned the content I create with my business models and created more templates. It's amazing that the structure of your business models have ramifications on everything you do. That's also why my one-page marketing plan always starts with the business goals and the business objectives first, before going into marketing objectives. Business models and objectives guide the marketing strategy and planning, period. On the speaking front, I continue to sharpen my craft. I try different ways to deliver my keynotes and the sessions. I add humor whenever possible, and I select fun images and GIF to add colors to my presentations. I try different openings and closings. I've always viewed myself as a coach and a teacher. But here is my newfound discovery. I have come to realize that the audience wants to learn, but they also want to be entertained. especially going to sessions after session in a conference. They get very tired, right? They get tired of being lectured. So I've been thinking about what I can do to entertain them, yet also deliver useful messages and key takeaways. The mindset of being an entertainer literally changes how I work and deliver my presentations now. I'm not saying I need to be a stand-up comedian. I wish I were. But it helps to look at different ways to deliver dry materials. I mean, dry materials like messaging frameworks or sales and marketing alignments, kind of boring stuff, right? So I keep asking myself, how can I make it more fun? So in addition to blog posts and the podcast episodes, I launched my YouTube channel in October. It's about 10 years late. Adding video content has been on my bucket list for about 3 years. You probably don't know this, but I tended to freeze. I mean, really freeze and get very nervous in front of a camera. Well, after 20 video episodes, seriously 20, and countless retakes and re-recording, I finally said, you know what? I can do this. That doesn't mean I'm perfect. I'm not, but now I'm getting so much better. I don't freeze in front of a camera anymore. So to be honest, YouTube is not the most ideal channel for talking about B2B marketing. Seasoned B2B marketers usually don't go to YouTube to find information initially. They tend to start with Google search. I'm doing this for myself to further improve my presentation skills. Although I suspect, here's just a hunch, millennial B2B marketers may be going to YouTube for information. So kind of paving the way for myself. With business developments, new business models, a different approach to delivering presentations, and the launch of my YouTube channel, needless to say, I've been very busy. Building a personal brand and working on client projects are two full-time jobs. I work until 11 or 12 often, on weekdays and on weekends. My husband, Mike, I feel sorry for him, would read and do his music or whatever while patiently waiting for me to be done for the night. I'm so grateful to have a partner who allows me to be me and gives me space to do what I need to do. However, he does think I'm crazy to work that hard. I know, I'm kind of crazy. So the reflection is not all about work, okay? I do yoga 2 or 3 times a week. I take on the challenge of learning 1 to 2 difficult poses every year. As of 2019, I can finally declare I can do a headstand, Salamba Shirshasana, handstand, Adho Mukha Rishasana, and a forearm stand, Pincha Mayurasana. For 2020, I want to focus on a couple of backward bend, especially the upward bow pose, right? Which is a backward bend while lifting your spine using your arms and legs. That is going to be cool. And another thing on my bucket list is to learn how to dance. I'm not kidding. I started taking dance lessons to learn how to waltz and tango. Yes, I'm a tango dancing B2B marketer. That just sounds funny. These are 2 different dance styles, I'm telling you. One is super elegant and fluid, and the other one is about showing force and crispness for each move. Dancing and yoga help me manage the stress of working 2 full-time jobs, and I love it. Looking back on 2019, like everyone else, I've had good days and bad days. I've had more setbacks than successes. But that's what life is all about, right? We learn from setbacks and the failures. And I met some great people. I also met some asses. Seriously, not so cool. And I chose to focus on the best time and let the bad moments and the bad karma go. I'm grateful that every morning I can look forward to a new day. Most importantly, I'm grateful for all your support. With the holidays, family events, and celebrations approaching, I hope that you'll take a quiet moment with a cup or a glass of your favorite drink to reflect on your 2019. Cherish what you've accomplished and make a mental note of how far you have come. Let go of negativity and emotional pain. We all have that. Get yourself ready for 2020. It's going to be great. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'll see you in 2020. Again, this is Pam from B2B Marketing and More with Pam Didner. Signing off for 2019.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with your colleagues and leave a review on Apple Podcasts.